how you drink it, right? Hi there, Sage Canaday, VO2 Max Productions here with another training vlog, video log update basically. This is part of the OTQ series because we're still chasing that dream. I have till January 17th, I think, 2016. It's the last deadline before the US Olympic Trials Marathon, which will be held in LA in February. And I have to run under the 2:18.00 standard on a certified course before that date, or under 1:05 in the half marathon, which actually I think usually more guys actually hit that half marathon standard. It's a little easier if you're a 10K guy, real fast 10K guy coming out of college, hit that half marathon standard. But for me, coming from ultras, the 2:17 sounds a lot more doable. I've done it before. I forget within a minute of my PR, but it's hard off of ultra legs. And originally coming off my UTMB 100-mile attempt injury, DNF, where I busted my knee into a rock and got stitches, and the swelling of the joint was actually the real problem, not the actual cut. I could have run through a little blood loss and stuff like that, but it took a while to get back into things. And obviously I did the road cycling, but if you look at my Strava, you can follow all my training on Strava, upload 100% of it there. I've been getting in some good consistent mileage, and it's slowly coming around. The problem is it's coming around, my fitness and speed is coming back a lot slower than I anticipated, and it was a little bit ambitious coming off UTMB. I was all amped up to get in shape, and I looked at what marathon I could qualify for, signed up for the Richmond Marathon on November 14th. 8 weeks, what could go wrong? You got 8 weeks to get into 2:17 marathon shape, coming off of injury, and 4 weeks of basically no running and a little bit of hard cycling up hills. And yeah, a lot of more talented guys could pull it off. I'm not that. I don't have the talent of a 2:10 marathoner, or even a sub 2:14 marathoner. So I made the executive decision, I guess, this week. My knee was hurting still a little bit. Put in about 5 weeks averaging over 100 miles a week, the last 5 weeks, with a couple weeks in there around 120 miles a week, getting in some good long runs, but a couple workouts that I'm like, you're not in 2:17 shape, don't kid yourself, don't rush the process. We have dreams and goals, and we want to have these pie in the sky goals, but at the same time, I hate using the R word, being realistic. From an objective standpoint, as a coach and consulting with my fellow coach of SageRunning.com, my girlfriend Sandy, it seemed like I was rushing the process a little. And when you rush things, that's usually not a good thing. A traditional marathon plan, or Sage Running marathon plans, are much longer than 7 or 8 weeks. So, it's not something you mess around with. And given my 2 failed attempts to run under 2:18 this year, given some adverse weather conditions at Boston this year, which was unfortunate, but no excuses. I want to do this serious, I want to do this right, and Richmond is coming up really fast, and I was thinking that it was a bad idea to rush that. And I think I'm really close, but I'm gonna pull the plug on that. But instead, I have my eyes set on other marathons. I've signed up for the Cal International, which unfortunately is the same weekend as the North Face 50-mile Trail Championships in San Francisco, which I love doing, and it's $10,000 to win, and I defend my title there. But if the choice comes down to it, and it will, depending on this weekend, so I'll backtrack here again. This weekend, I made a last-minute decision to go to the Big Sur Half Marathon in Monterey, California. It'll be this Sunday. I don't know who's going to show up. I don't know how fast the course is. I think it's not lightning fast, but it's an out and back course, and it's certified. There'll probably be some international guys there. It's going to draw some competition, and but not a huge pack. So there's an outside chance, I'll admit, that maybe I could pop a 105, sub 105 half marathon. I'm a little skeptical. Back when I ran 104, I was doing workouts, a lot of workouts at 450 mile pace, 455 mile pace, and I just haven't been able to do that up here at altitude. Training with a marathon in mind more. Half marathon's a little more like 10K speed. When you're getting down close to an hour flat, you really got to redline it. So, you know, I'll go out there and run it hard. I think it's a great workout build up for a full marathon, to race a half or to do you know, something like, you know, 3x5K I've been doing, and 2x8K would be another key marathon workout that I usually do. But half marathon, pretty much all out. For me, good lactate threshold stimulus, good medium type of long run stimulus in the build up for marathon training. And still trying to run around 100 miles this week, tapering off now, but you know, we'll play it by ear. But if I happen to run a sub 105 half, I'm definitely going to do North Face in December. That would be hands down. But if it doesn't happen, and realistically I'm probably only in about 66 to 67 minute shape right now, I'm probably going to be going to do Cal International Marathon, which I think is probably the fastest certified course in the US, barring weather conditions. So that'll be the plan. That'll be 4 weeks later after this weekend, and we'll try to get in a couple more training video workouts in the series, so you guys can kind of follow along with that. Other than that, that's what I've been up to. And you know, people question me on the ultra trail decision versus the road marathoning thing, and you know, it's just a passion I have for road running still. Back when I was in high school, my ultimate goal in running was to qualify for the US Olympic trials, and back then the standard was 2:22. It's a little bit easier, and I was able to do that back in 2007 when I was 21 years old. And since then, I qualified for the trials also in 2012. Ironically, first with the half marathon, 104.32 half, and then my 2:16, which is my PR. But that was, you know, 5 years ago. So, or was it 4.5 years ago? So basically, I want to keep the streak going. It would be my third Olympic trials in 2016. So I like the idea of doing my streak. I like the idea of working on flat road running speed in between doing trail, mountain, ultra stuff. It's good training. It's fun to run fast on the road and track sometimes, even though it hurts and it's really intense. But I think it ultimately will help my ultra running career. And the final, probably biggest deciding factor is the Olympic Trials Marathon only happens once every 4 years, whereas a lot of these ultra races happen pretty much every year. So you can't always count on that, but you know, once every 4 years is kind of a rare opportunity and a rare window. You never know what's going to happen in the future with injuries and health concerns and things like that, or just races, you know, petering out. So that's kind of the impetus behind the decision, and I'm gonna stick with it. And it's very challenging to chase a standard and to miss it. It's been agonizing, but it's part of the journey, it's part of the process, and it's something you got to enjoy. I think a lot of runners could relate to that. You know, if you're chasing finishing your first marathon, or you're chasing getting a personal best in a marathon or half marathon or ultra, finishing your first ultra 50K, or you're chasing like a Boston qualifying standard, New York Marathon City automatic entry qualifying standard, something like that. Really noble goals. So you know, keep up the good fight, and you could kind of relate to the process, which is ultimately the reward, even though you have to be patient sometimes. And that's what I'm trying to be right now, is be patient, do it smart, and you know, hope you don't get injured or get sick. Basically, got the flu before North Face 2 years ago and couldn't start, so you never know what's going to happen. But that's my rant video log update. Thanks so much for following along. Thanks so much for all the supportive comments on all my videos. I really do. I don't have time to respond to all of them, but I do appreciate all of them, and I read almost all of them. So and really appreciate all the thumbs up, shares, and subscriptions. So keep it up. Hope your fall marathon or ultra marathon or half marathon or any training, running, fitness, fun running, adventure running is going well this fall. And stay tuned for more VO2 Max Productions.